You know, it seems like every day you see a headline about some new AI thing, right?
It's everywhere.
Like it's taking over the world or something.
Yeah, it is.
And it's getting to be kind of like an arms race with all these big companies, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You got your OpenAIs and your DeepSeeks throwing millions of dollars.
Billions, probably at this point.
Billions probably at this point, yeah, to make the biggest, baddest AI.
To be at the top, to be the ones who are, I guess controlling the future of AI in a lot of ways.
But there's this whole other side to this that I think is really fascinating.
Definitely.
Which is the open source AI world.
Yeah, and they're really starting to make some noise.
Yeah, and they're kind of like shaking things up.
Throwing a wrench in the works.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we're going to dive into today, right?
For sure, yeah.
The world of open source AI and what it means for the future.
What it means for all of us, really.
What it means for all of us.
Yeah.
So this group, AI2, they just released this thing called Tulu 3.
Tulu 3, yeah.
And this is like a massive AI model.
Huge, yeah. 405 billion parameters.
Okay, so first of all, 405 billion parameters.
Right.
What does that even mean?
I mean, you can try to imagine it, right? Like, picture all the connections in the human brain.
Yeah.
Now multiply that by like 1,000.
Okay.
And you're still not even close to 405 billion.
So these are like...
Each one of those parameters is like a tiny connection in a neural network.
Okay.
It helps the AI process information, learn, make decisions.
So the more parameters.
Generally speaking, the more powerful the AI.
Okay. But it's not just about size.
No, definitely not.
Like you could have a really big AI.
Just a big, dumb AI.
Right, and it could be useless.
Exactly. So the real test is, what can it actually do?
Right, so this Tulu 3, they put it through its paces, right?
Yeah, they benchmarked it against all the industry standards.
Like what?
Okay, so there's PopQA, which tests common sense reasoning.
Okay.
GSM-8K for problem solving. Even math. Just straight up math skills.
Oh, wow.
Really put it to the test.
And how to do?
Crushed it.
Really?
Beat out some of the biggest names in the game.
Like who?
Okay, so DeepSeek V3, which, was a big deal when it came out.
Yeah.
GPT-4o from OpenAI.
That's the one everyone's talking about.
Exactly, and even Llama 3.1, which a lot of people thought was the top of the line.
Wow, so it's actually better.
Demonstrably better, based on these standardized tests.
So what's the secret sauce?
Part of it is the sheer size, obviously.
All those parameters.
Right. But they're also using this new training method called RLVR.
RLVR.
Yeah, it stands for something really complicated.
I'm sure.
But basically, it's a more efficient way for the AI to learn.
Okay.
So instead of just getting a yes or no answer, it gets feedback on how close it is to the right answer.
I see.
So it can kind of zero in on the solution faster.
So it's not just bigger, it's learning smarter.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's impressive. But here's the real kicker.
Hit me with it.
It's open source.
That's the game changer.
Right, like anyone can access the code.
The training data, the whole thing.
Why is that such a big deal?
Okay, so for years, AI development has been this like super secretive thing, right? Like these big companies hoarding their knowledge. Yeah, it's like they're building these walled gardens.
Right, exactly.
And nobody else can get in.
And they're charging an arm and a leg for access.
Of course.
But open source flips that whole model on its head.
It's like saying, hey, all this amazing technology, let's share it with the world.
So anyone can tinker with it.
Build on it.
Improve it.
Collaborate. It's a totally different approach.
And that seems like a good thing, right?
It has the potential to be huge.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
More people working on AI means faster progress.
Right.
More innovation, more breakthroughs.
Wouldn't there be downsides too?
Potentially. Yeah. I mean, it's like giving everyone access to a really powerful tool.
Okay.
You don't necessarily know how they're going to use it.
Right. So there's this ethical question.
For sure. Like, how do we make sure this technology is used responsibly?
Right.
And who gets to decide that?
And speaking of control, there's been some drama lately, right?
Oh, yeah. Some serious accusations flying around.
Like what?
Well, Microsoft and OpenAI are claiming that DeepSeek stole their technology.
Really?
Yeah, they're saying DeepSeek used their code without permission to develop their own AI.
Oh, wow. So it's getting messy.
It's a high-stakes game, billions of dollars on the line.
Yeah, and reputations.
Absolutely.
So it sounds like this whole AI landscape is changing really fast.
At warp speed.
And what does that mean for, the average person out there?
I think the biggest takeaway is that AI is going to become more and more prevalent in our lives.
Yeah, we're already seeing that.
Exactly. And the rise of open source AI means things are going to accelerate even faster.
So we're going to see new applications, new innovations.
New challenges, too.
Right. Ethically, socially.
We're going to have to figure out how to navigate this new world.
And it's not just up to the big companies anymore.
It's up to all of us to be informed, to ask questions.
To participate in the conversation.
Because the future of AI is being shaped right now.
It makes you wonder if anyone can contribute to developing AI.
Yeah.
Who ultimately decides its destiny.
That's the big question, isn't it?
Will it be a force for good, a tool for progress, or something else entirely?
Something we haven't even imagined yet.
And that's something we all need to think about.
Because it's going to affect all of us.
It already is.
Yeah, for sure.
So dive in, folks. Explore this world of open source AI.
It's a wild ride.
And the future is wide open.
That's the beauty of it.
We'll see you next time for another deep dive.
See ya.
Bye.